was one of the biggest projects I've ever worked at. That was my big project.
How'd you land the gig?
There was an audition. It was nondescript. It didn't really say much. It just said, this is the call. This is your character. You show up. It had nothing to do with whatever the film was. And it was, back then I was going through maybe 3 or 4 auditions a week, if not a day. And if for the people that don't know, in LA, sometimes your audition's in LA, and then you go to North Hollywood, or you go to Long Beach, and you're zigzagging back and forth downtown.
You're a
LA.
star driver. Di ba? Parang star.
Yeah, and back then, you didn't have like the maps. You had actual maps that you have to go through.
The Thomas Guide.
Yeah, exactly.
When they were, when they told you that you were auditioning for Bruno, did you know you were auditioning for Bruno?
No, I didn't know. I didn't know until...
Did you know it was a big film?
No.
Nothing. They don't tell you.
And I submitted that myself. I submitted for that role by myself. I didn't have an agent, just a manager at that time. And I was submitting a lot of things for a lot of roles. So to me, it was just the last audition before I have to go to my show. So I was like,
yeah.
And I almost didn't go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I almost didn't go to the audition because I was like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. But I did. The audition was fairly quick. I waited maybe 10 to 15 minutes at most.
And then audition was like 5-10 minutes, not even.
Yeah, about 5-10 minutes. The casting director was super nice. I super thankful for Allison, and she gave me a note. She said, "I need you to do this next time." And she asked me, because the role required to have an accent. It had to be a genuine accent. And she said, "Is that really your accent? Is that your voice?" And so I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Why would you ask?" I'm thinking, "Why would you ask me that?" And then I got it. People are... Anyway, so she gave me a note, and I said, "Okay." And I left. I was like, okay. I didn't think about it after that. And then the following, I think it was a Friday, because I was doing my show already. I didn't get a call back. I think the following Tuesday or Wednesday to come on a Thursday or Friday
to do another audition.
Yeah, for a callback.
When you get called for a callback, you know that something good could happen.
Yeah, and so when I went to my audition, my callback, there was a long strip of people down the hallway.
Oh my God.
And I was one of the last people to be seen.
So ito na yung falling in line?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we all had specific times, but it was so long. And I remember being across the audition room where you can tell that they're either laughing or not laughing. I'm like, oh, why are they not laughing?
So you didn't know it was a comedy?
I didn't know. No, I did not know.
Did you ever do comedy prior to this?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. But mostly accidental comedy, not so much timing comedy.
Yeah, because this is timing comedy.
Timing comedy, mixed with mixed with a lot of improv.
Okay, so nakikita mo na.
So I'm in line.
May tumatawa, may mga hindi tumatawa.
Exactly, and I see a lot of sad faces.
Leaving? Parang American Idol ang dating?
Yeah, kind of. But I kind of knew I was probably in a good place, because a lot of people that were leaving the office further down the line would say hi to me. And a lot of them said hi by first name. They're like, hey, Clifford. I was like, that's strange. How the hell did they know me already? I'm like one of 50 people here. I was like, okay, cool. So I get to the main space, and they start miking me up.
Ooh.
And that usually doesn't happen on a callback. I was like, oh. And the entire office knew me. They're like, oh my God, Clifford, we've been waiting for you. I was like,
okay, now did Allison's note about the accent, did you bring that with you on the callback?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to be that on the whole time. And I was like, wow, everyone was really nice. Why did they all know my
So wala ka pa rin idea?
I didn't know.
Oh.
No. And so the assistant opens the door, and then I see Sasha sitting on this.
You didn't know he was there too?
No, I didn't know. And it was like the entire crew. That's the directors, all the writers, all the producers.
Were you the last, second to the last, or what were you?
I forget. I didn't even give a fuck who the hell was behind me. You know, it was like I forgot everyone else. I didn't care, and so they open the door and I see everyone here, all the producers. I knew were producers, the writers, everyone, and then like Sasha sitting at his desk, and there was like one little sofa, one little chair, and I was like, just like, what the fuck, you know? But I didn't have I was just staring at everyone, and everyone started laughing. I was like, why are they laughing at me? And they're like, okay, Clifford, you know, this is Clifford, everyone. Why don't you take a seat here? And so I walk and I take a seat and they start laughing again. But I was like, what the hell are they laughing? I didn't even do anything yet. So I was getting angry. You know, and part of the role was like, you're like this bitchy person.
Right.
And so my audition went really well.
Without you knowing it.
Without me knowing.
Because you're really bitchy inside.
Yeah.
Getting bitchy inside.
And they were just laughing. And thankfully, I also kind of prepared what improv I was going to do if anything were to happen. And also went along with whatever he did. And then I got...
Was he in character?
Yeah.
He was in character.
Well, he broke a few times.
Okay. Was he dressed or just in character?
No, he was just normal.
Okay.
So I got to my next, my final audition.
There's a final audition pa.
Yeah.
So after callback,
You get another callback.
Callback went well. How did you feel leaving that room?
I was like...
Were you pinching yourself, or did
Not
they?
yet.
Okay.
Not yet. I didn't do
But during the callback, were you requested to sign an NDA dun pa lang?
Yeah, actually, no. During the audition.
Audition pa lang,
yeah.
NDA na kagad.
And so I left, and I remember, you got to keep calm. Everyone in the office was like, oh, we heard you. We're so fun, blah, blah, blah. I was like, thanks. And I kept it all in until I got into that parking lot, because I didn't want to be the weird guy walking down, you know, the studio. And I'm like,
doing the potty parade.
Yeah. I was like... But then also I had to do a show that night. And I couldn't tell anyone. So I was like, okay, this is easy. I can't tell anyone shit. So I didn't. And then the following week, I got another call back. And it was basically five of us. But I knew I was going to be funnier than all of them.
5 of you gunning the diesel role. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
From 50 to 5.
There were probably many more that I didn't pay attention to the first time around. But I knew I was going to be funnier than all of them. And I also was last again.
And plus, they weren't calling the other guys by their first name.
Yeah. Well,
kinda.
By this time around, everyone, because there's only 5 of them, they already knew. But I knew I was different and I had something else that they liked. Because it's weird to just walk in a room, they're just laughing at you. Right? So I was like, okay, I at least have that.
Yeah.
And then I'll bring everything else. And there were some really big names that were auditioning with me. But I wasn't scared. I wasn't phased out by that. Because I knew I was like funny.
So it came finally. They picked you. How did that feel?
It was crazy because I couldn't tell anyone.